Hot pies. The hot pies. Welcome to the Hot Pies Pod.
Welcome to the Hot Pies Pod. I've got nothing planned for this pod, but
It's a bit of a spitball, I guess. I was thinking, are we gonna, if Collingwood keep doing well, we can just shorten it, not talk about Supercoach and, you know, put 20-minute. That's like our evaluation of the game and, who's shit, who's good. Or this might be the final year. I mean, the final one of the year, and then we do some preseason things next year
I'm happy to keep going about Collingwood.
until
Might,
Collingwood just.
might as well. The pies are up and about. There's going to be
Oh,
great stuff to talk about.
should we start on that before we really touch on Supercoach? What's the priority now? I feel like it's the pies.
Yeah, I'd rather not talk about Supercoach. I'd rather just. I got my Supercoach up before, and it just fucking made me sad looking at it. It's just sitting there now.
Like, it's such a weird game, and it's all just luck. It's all luck, and like I think we can maybe just look through our teams. I was going to try and just look at our trades. So in the background, when you maybe talk about your team or something like that, I think I sort of remember and we can just go through our trades. But I'm actually probably going to be embarrassed anyway. I don't know how I
Can you
finished
do that?
2K.
How do you do that?
Yeah, just bear with me for 1 second. You can do it.
While you're looking, I'll go over my fucking. I'll go
So
over
we'll just
how
do a
I
quick.
finished.
Oh, trade history. I found it already.
Okay, get yours up. We'll start with you.
So if you go the history, field history, and then you go.
Just wait, I'm jumping in.
You still finished above me too, which is so fucking
History.
annoying. If I didn't help you so much on
Oh, shut up, mate.
on the far right. So league results. So far right.
Oh, yeah. Trade history, yep.
Yeah. So
Oh,
we'll
good Lord.
This is actually good because now we know this is where we completely fucked up, and when we realise, I guess we were nearly there. We just weren't.
Let me do this, and then I'm going to go like this. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, so first round, I did Flanders out and Bruin out. Fuck, Bruin was 311k. I had. Oh, what the fuck just happened?
Oh no.
Oh, no. Oh, I got the spastic up.
Yeah. Just
Bruin
remember
was.
not to touch them.
Don't touch him. Bruin was 311k. Wowee. And
I,
Sheasel was 198,000. These are some good trades to start. These are boss trades.
I started with Sheasel because I saw him at halfback on a live stream, so I quickly started Sheasel instead of Flanders. So that's like two different things.
Yep.
But
Good.
you got
Sorry?
Zeeble straight in there. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. I think it took me a while to get him in. Oh no, it took me a little bit. Yeah.
Just straight in. Sheasel, Zeeble, bang, straight in. Flanders
DC.
out. That's not DC, is it?
Sorry, I'm looking up. I've skipped ahead. DC.
Oh. And then I got the next week I've gone Darcy out. Oh, Doherty out. These are some big plays I did here. And this was to get Setterfield. Darcy out, Doherty out, Chesser out, Cameron in, Setterfield in, and Dacos in. Cameron? Who's Cameron?
Cameron. That's Darcy.
Oh
Darcy
my
Cameron.
God, it is Darcy
That's the
Cameron.
whole.
I remember
That's why I
this.
called it
I
out.
remember this.
I mean, you got Dacos, good, but
Uh,
I would have rather not fucking get involved with those two.
yeah,
They
we'd have
actually,
stayed with
because he
Darcy.
got injured. He got injured straight away after that game.
Yep. And then here was my best trades of the whole season. I did Rowan Marshall out, I did Ridley out, and I did Cameron out. And then I got in Day, English, and Grundy. This was massive. This launched me up the rankings. Like this just went boom, 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 boom,
E-
every week.
Even even if you had to get rid of Paul Marshall.
Oh, Marshall, like at the end of the day, would have been good to keep him. But if I kept him, I would have been going the same pace as everyone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he might have been he dudded a couple of times.
Yeah, he was going slow at the start, and
I'll look at
Grundy
it in
was
the background.
launching cunt. Um, and then I went Mackenzie out, Van Ruin in. Fucking stupid trade. This. Why didn't we go for Samson Ryan?
Yeah, I was.
Stupid trade.
Don't get me started. I liked him a lot. He's more expensive. That's the whole point. I think he was an elevated price.
Yeah,
But
we were cheap cunts. It would have
I
worked
just,
out. We got more money though.
yeah, because I'm just looking at the scores now. You actually did. Roll Marshall didn't really kick on until round 7.
Yeah.
And he had 78, 96, and an 80 in these first 4 weeks.
And then look at what Grundy got when I got him in. It was just fucking like 126, well,
Yeah, I do
150.
remember that because I haven't got it in front of me, but I remember some dickhead
I can get
having
it up
Wits
here.
injured. He had Wits injured.
Brody Grundy,
Um,
when I got him in round 3, he went 143, 144, 128. Like
that's mad.
massive. This
You
launched
definitely
me.
got to start him. You got to start him next year. There's no fucking question.
Yeah, I think
Like,
so as
I
well.
mean, that's if his spot's guaranteed. But
Well, if he's
yeah,
going to Port, like you'd start him.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
the consensus at the moment.
Yeah. Then we went Jones out for 283. This was a good out because he went good the next game, but he did kind of shit after that. Jimby out, and I got in this fuckhead Roberts, who would have been a good play if he didn't get injured, and Stewart for 601. I think this was a bit overinflated for him.
Meh, yeah, probably only 20K difference. He's
Yeah.
never going to drop that low. He's that consistent.
Yeah.
And he just there was only about 2 or 3 points difference between Dawson and Stewart. So
Yeah. And Dawson was a lot more expensive. And I think I fucking exploded my team to get Dawson in at one point. We'll see. McKenna, Wilmot, and Davey. I'm happy with those trades. Like out for Cogs, Sturt,
Sturt,
and Seamus Mitchell. Sturt was a fucking. I needed to get someone though, like because I needed.
a forward.
Yeah, I needed to get a forward in. So Sturt, and he's still in my team now. So this was a dud trade right here. Horrible. Big trade. 499. What's he? What? Where did he get to eventually? He went to. He's at 538. I got him in at 499. Where is that? Oh, here it is. So I guess you could. It's debatable. Like he went up and then back down, and Cogs was just like an average pick this year. I reckon.
Yeah,
What do
I
you
don't
reckon?
think I'll ever pick him again. And I got him. I'll show my thing, but I got him straight at the start because I got sucked in with his stupid 150 or
Mm.
100, that insane first round score, and the amount of times he looks good, and then but he actually didn't. He didn't. I wouldn't say he's a terrible pick. I just think he's just a little bit average, and you probably at this time period could have got a Sarong, or I can't remember the
Nah, I
prices
couldn't
right
have
now.
got so wrong. Like his 490, he's 500k here, so I could have got like
But
a Dan Houston or something.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, but I just feel like there was other players on offer
Mm.
that probably could have, because you bought him at 499. I think I bought him at 500 or something like that, or like 530.
Do you want to get yours up and then we'll just tag team between them? Show me your first date.
All right, we'll do that. I just got to get it up. I was just looking at.
Because after this, I'll just quickly doing that. I got Grundy out and I got Gorn in, made 75k.
And
Setterfield
Setterfield,
out, Sinclair in. There's some good trades. Um, and then Green out for Sincotta. I'll take that as a good trade as well. Had a bit of money in the bank here. You want to get your team up?
Yeah, I'll just present the screen. I've just vomited in my own mouth. I've figured out. I probably figured out now that I've been a little bit too aggressive.
Show us your fucking
I
thing.
was fucking probably watching abs too much. I have gone fucking hell for leather. I'm just trying to get my. How do I zoom in?
I like just did this with my touchpad. I went like this. Psh, 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 psh. There you go. And then like
Oh
use
boy.
2 fingers to get around.
There we go.
There you go.
So I started Josh Kelly. Oh, fuck this.
Yeah, you did it.
Started Josh Kelly. He gets knocked out the first game. And
Oh,
I bought Cogs for the same price. I told you. Fuck, he's a letdown.
that's
But now looking at it, 557
it's only 50K more than I brought him for. Like
True,
50K is a
true.
lot though.
At the start it is. And I dropped Wanganeen Malira after one game, which is probably he wasn't performing like he was though.
You were desperate to get Cogs and Dacos in. I remember vividly
Yeah.
at this time. You were like, Cogs is going to be insane. Like, get him in, get him in, get him in. He scored a 150. And Dacos, and these are all good ins at the time. At the time, these are all
Yeah,
massive ins. Yeah.
I'm actually tempted to start Callahan next year, but he is a winger. Like, and those players just go, they're like Nick Martin, like
Yeah.
they're not real guaranteed points. So I started Callahan, and then straight after he had a shoulder injury. I'm just going, fuck me, this. But I boosted here, I boosted again, and I got same trades as you
Wait,
in.
real quick. I want to touch on Callahan. I think I faded I didn't get him
Yeah,
because I was gonna get him the same time you got him, and
yeah,
I waited, and then just happened to because I waited, he got injured that next week, and I was like, well, I'm not fucking getting this cunt.
yeah. But I mean, you made two that first week. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
two was the play, or one, or just leave the team and just figure out, just have a breather. But Dacos was a must trade in. And I remember being at the game, watching him fucking drill goals from 55 out in person, and I'm going, I need this guy. And then I'm sitting with my cousin. He goes, yeah, I've got him in. He's going to be a gun. And I'm like, I'm a bit reserved because he got tagged that Hawthorn preseason game, and that scared me a little bit.
and
And
that's the only guy.
then I see him smash it. Smash it.
That's and Finn McGuinness, Willem Drew, and I think they're the only two who have like kept him
Clark.
quiet. Yeah,
Oh,
Clark did.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, not Clark, sorry. I thought you were mentioning taggers in general.
No, but like, yeah, they were the only two that kept him quiet, and he just happened to verse Finn McGuinness in a pracky match, and they tagged him then as well. So,
Yeah.
and it wasn't just
Um,
us; like the whole fucking everyone did it.
yeah, everyone misjudged it, which is all right. I mean, so as soon as I saw, like, DC got injured, so I had to bring in English, and then I saw Callahan
Wait,
just.
what's this? You got rid of Darcy and Ridley and Chesser.
Sorry, I said I got the same ins as you, essentially.
Oh yeah,
This was
yeah, yeah,
what
yeah,
we did. I think you might have had it round 2 and round 3, but
yeah,
essentially all the same.
yeah, exactly
And
the
then
same.
DC got injured, and we're bringing English. So it's sort of the same, but I think everyone was doing that as well. If you saw English, you had to get him. He was a must-have.
Yeah, and then we were at the same. We're in the same trades here now because you went 2 trades this week, and I did 3 and 3.
Yeah, I think just up here it gets even worse.
Yeah, I can see it from here.
um, I traded out Doherty. You made like 80K off Doherty when he got
I
injured,
traded him ages ago.
so I lost out on that. And then I got Van Ruin. So it was either Stewart and Samson Ryan, or Dawson and Van Ruin. And I viced Dawson when he went ballistic that game. Do you remember? It was like 100. He was on 100 at halftime.
Yeah, he was going to go 200. He just stopped.
Yeah, but I kind of wish I went Stewart and Samson Ryan, because it would have been so much easier cash gen wise, because that's made me chase everything.
Yeah.
But and then that Samson Ryan guy, that week after, he looked like he was Michael Jordan, which was so annoying. What
Yeah.
round are you went into round 8, didn't you?
I went to 8, yeah.
Yeah. So my round 6, bringing MJ, my man. So
That's
I
a good
boosted.
in. That we
Yeah.
didn't know at the time, but that was a good in.
Mm. Oh, I had full faith in him watching the first game.
Mm.
Because I reckon he's a good player. He's just he'll develop, and he could be an option next year. But I think he's still a bit raw. But I got rid of all my rookies that were stagnating, like Gibney, Jones, and Baker, and boosted to get Tuke Miller in. Captained him, and he did his fucking knee or whatever it was. I can't even remember now. I turned the game off. I
He got
turned the game off.
tagged and then did his knee.
No, he was tagging. He was tagging LDU.
Oh, that's it. He was tagging
Do you know how
someone.
that
Do
feels? I was just watching it and I go, no.
you reckon that's a lesson now that we should know? Oh, but they've got a new coach. Took Miller probably wouldn't be a tagger anymore.
Yeah, well, every single time he has just performed, and that's his sort of lowest price. And then you pick him up, you decimate your team, and then he's a tagger all of a sudden. I'm just going, this is why you don't captain people on a Sunday. It was
Mate,
the
you
it was the
blew
last
up your
Sunday game.
team to get him in. Like you were just like, I have to get him in. I have
I
to get
loved
this
him.
guy in. I have to get him. And I'm like, mate, he's 624K. And you're like, this is the lowest you're ever gonna get him. And I was like, mate, just relax.
He's a gun. Yeah, I should have relaxed. This is what I mean. So maybe I just take it a little bit easier and just put like it's just trying to have that fine line, I guess, because you still want to keep up and be aggressive, but I don't think
I just think
like
maybe you were the tiniest bit too aggressive. Because go down real quick. Like, do we think that the trade in for Cogs straight away and then for what was he? 557K. I guess that's a straight swap, so it's all right. And Kelly's not in the team anymore, so you think Cogs would go ballistic? Fair
yeah, as
call.
a replacement.
Yeah, but then like and I'm guilty of it as well. Like we both traded out Darcy, and it
Yeah,
fucked us. And then
but
we
I don't think we would have got a chance to get English. I
But
mean,
we would have had Darcy, and Darcy was doing the same sort of scores all season anyway.
uh, to a point.
Click him, see what he did after we traded him out. Round 3.
Darcy. 96-41. So this
Then
is when we traded
we
him
traded
out,
him out.
didn't we?
Yep. And then 132,
Jesus.
125, 136,
He dropped
137,
off for a little
140.
bit.
Yeah, you're right. And Tim English went nuts.
Yeah. I mean, he could be a starting option next year, but I still don't like those double rucks.
I'm not starting him.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be locked in. Hey, it's just going to be Gorn and Grundy probably, or English and one of the two.
English Grundy, Grundy. And it'll be like, who do you pick with Grundy? That will be like the thing. Like, do you go
Yeah.
Gorn Grundy or English
I'll
Grundy?
go English.
I'm going
English
Gorn.
is really.
Yeah, I'll go Gorn. Deer in the headlights again.
Just fucking relived all the past trauma that you had. Dog. You're just like, fuck, all right, let's relive it again. Imagine if like they draft another ruckman or something like that. It'll never happen. But just
Van Roon becomes main ruck.
yeah. Or just I don't know. God. I mean, that's probably what's gonna happen though. You know,
Real quick, touch on Gorn. He's a fuck it. He's a Gorn. You're a fuckwit. How could you do that to me? How could you possibly look like the worst player?
I can't believe how brutally he's actually a ripping guy, but when he's talking do you think he downgrades Brody Grundy in the media? He talks so much shit. He talks so much shit about him. Like I feel bad for him.
I know he's basically just smack talking Grundy, like just passive aggressively saying,
I'm the
like,
best ruckman.
He sucks. Yeah, get
I'm
out
the
of here,
best
mate.
ruckman in the team, and I tried forward a little bit, but You know, it's Broads' turn because I play better in the mid, and it's never like we'll make it work anymore. It's just I'm doing my thing. He can do whatever he wants, and but that might be communication within the wall. The four walls that maybe Grundy's a complete ass. I don't
You
know.
know what's funny though? Gorn fucking. Maybe if Gorn learnt to kick the football, then
Yeah,
he could be a good forward because he marks the ball. You just can't kick straight. He's
he boots it anywhere, but he's been. This is what was so bewildering about the trade because I was just like, I've seen him kick a footy from 50 out, and Max Gorn, to his credit, he thinks he can kick it, and it just goes poof. It's in bloody Gembrook, mate. The ball.
how does a man get to a certain level and captain a premiership club and not know how to kick a football straight?
To be
You-
fair, most ruckmen are useless. Like name a good ruck, they're not useless, but at that sort of skill,
Grundy has
English is
good
the
foot and
prime.
hand skills,
Yeah, yeah.
but he's
But
not a
who
good
else?
ruckman.
Darcy, hopeless.
Oh mate, Darcy, don't
Jackson's
get me
good.
started.
Jackson's a
Draper,
unit.
Draper's good.
Can't do it. Can't do it. I've seen him
Draper can
kick.
do it.
I don't think so.
No, but mate, okay.
From 15 out.
At least Draper is here, and then I
Yeah.
would say Gorn would be like down in your video, down in your camera. Mate, Gorn would be below us right now. Gorn is the worst oaken hand-eye coordination in the world.
But when he's in the ruck, he is unbelievable.
Oh, it's
He
like the man just taps it to anyone. Bah, bah, bah.
The week
Anyway,
you traded him out, just quickly, and we'll finish it on Gone. He got 31 touches or something like that, or whatever it
no,
was.
the second week,
Second week,
yeah, he
he
went to
was
200,
unbelievable.
one of the
He was
highest scores.
he was marking everything. Oh my god!
Did one of the highest scores in Supercoach history. This fuckhead.
Yeah, I remember on the screen it was like highest um highest score for in fantasy for a ruckman or something like that. So it's groundbreaking. That would have hurt. I was angry myself. I've told you this before on this pod. I was angry myself for not owning him, and then that thought about you, and I've gone, fuck this guy's just fucking traded him away. Imagine how he's feeling.
And he just did it like 4 weeks in a row or something. And I was like, and Briggs is just, it's like they did a swap. They went like this, went.
Mm.
Anyway, let's continue.
My two other rounds. So I traded Took for Miller. Miller, Took for Miller. Miller to Merritt, Day and McKenna
This is,
sort of swapped.
I reckon this is a season defining round here.
Yeah. Because Merritt's first week was awful, but then he kicked on.
You got Will Day in as well at 454.
Yeah.
And then
Which
Mitchell,
is,
Seamus Mitchell as well, one of the best rookies.
yeah. Until I traded him out like a dickhead. But then this boost is so unnecessary. I boosted Sincotter and Simpson. Simpson played about 2 or 3 games because I thought there was no rookies coming in. So it's just a season of errors. Somehow still finish well.
It's just a season of trying to keep, like, we're trying to keep up. You know what I mean? We're trying to stay with the pack.
Yeah. If we had a good starting team, we would not, like people in our league, they had like 3 trades remaining in finals or 2 trades even. Like we didn't have that opportunity because we were just fucking chasing when they had that team to begin with, I guess, or had the main, they might have had started a Merit or English, for example, or Setterfield. They started Setterfield as well.
Yeah.
When we're trading
I think
that
they would
prick
have.
in.
All right, keep going. Let's keep looking at yours.
Round 9. Oh, God, don't get me started.
Oh, this is rough.
Oliver for Ashcroft and Van Ruin. So I've spent both my performing rookies, and I'm pretty sure Van Ruin got a 90 after this.
And Ashcroft went ballistic.
And Blake Drury. It was only so I could afford.
This is
And I was, yeah.
this hurts.
And then the next week, Sharp. So, but to clarify, Oliver got injured that week or after the round, and then we got DeGoey and Sharp in, who never played a game again. He played 2 games or 1 game. You got Sharp in, didn't you?
I did the same trades as you that week. Sharp and I did Sharp, DeGoey, and then I got in. We'll have a look, but I think I got in what's his face, Humphrey.
Yeah. See, so I think I missed out. I wanted to get Humphrey here.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off. But I was like, no, I can't afford him, and I want Oliver, and blah blah blah. So I got Humphrey at an elevated price,
Oh,
80K extra.
Sicily at 554. If he didn't get fucking suspended, this would have been. We would have had insane teams.
Oh no. Well, that was it. Oliver, we identified, but we both did, I think.
Hmm.
You might have anyway.
I got
We're gonna have
Sicily and
yours.
someone else in.
Yeah, yeah. So at the same time,
I can tell you.
um,
I'll tell you as we're going through who I got in. So I did fucking the round 9 I did Ashcroft and Van Ruin, same as you, out for Dawson at 654. Oh,
oh,
and Drury in at 102. That's an awful
that's
trade.
fucked, isn't it? At least Clary wasn't out. Like at least
Yeah.
Dawson, I reckon, had a terrible half, like half the
Last
season.
half. Yeah. And then I did Hopper, Baker, and Roberts out for DeGoey, Sharp, and Humphrey.
Yeah, see,
And
that's all right.
then
At least you got Humphrey.
yeah, and then I did. Oh, this is horrible here. I did Oliver and Radigalia, and I got in Sicily, which is good, and Steele. Oh.
I was really keen on that.
At the time, this was such a fucking big in. Like Steele was like that was, oof. And then he didn't go above like 60. Anyway, continue. Here you go.
What round are we on? We're round 12.
Yeah, 12.
Big old Briggsy for 254. Happy with that. But getting rid of Wilmot, that actually annoyed me because as soon as I got rid of Wilmot, got rid of him, Rich got injured, and Wilmot's actually a good player when he's playing off halfback. I actually
He
like him a
is.
lot.
He's good, isn't he?
I think they play better without Rich because Rich
Hmm.
is just an old fucking old player. There's nothing else more to say. He can't even do it. You know how he's renowned for his big kicks.
Yeah.
Now he can't do it because he'll just do a hammy.
He's renowned for his small
True.
kicks.
Yeah.
Breno hates
Anyway,
him. He reckons Rich is the biggest fuckhead.
oh, I hope that if Breno, if you're listening, I hope you go out in straight sets, man.
I was
There's
actually,
nobody I hate more than Brisbane fans.
you know, what I was thinking they're probably going to make the grand final, and it'd probably be
I think so.
hard if they didn't make the grand final. Something has gone wrong, and Fagan can't stay.
Yeah, I know. It's just so hard to win one. Like, look at Geelong. But I just think once they get to Melbourne, MCG, their heads are just gonna pop off and go, we don't know how to play there. It's like, why would you play Marvel against Collingwood at Marvel? I mean, yeah, the game against Collingwood at Marvel. Why would you want to play at Marvel? Wouldn't you want to get experience at the MCG again on a big game?
Hmm.
I know it's probably scheduling reasons and all that, but
We always play them up, but we haven't played them
who
at
do you think
the
will win?
MCG in like 3 or 4 years.
If Collingwood weren't to win, who do you think would win?
If Bailey Fritsch can stay healthy,
Which he's not. He's actually in a moon boot right now.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, if he stays healthy, I think Melbourne will be hard to beat at the MCG.
Yeah.
But if grounds weren't a thing, I would say Brisbane are the most dangerous team. You would think if grounds weren't advantages, and then it'd probably be Brisbane, Melbourne, and then Carlton, and then GWS. GWS and Carlton, I reckon, would be like kind of neck and neck.
GWS are good. I've
Yeah.
been saying it. I've been saying it for a while now.
Yeah.
They are the real deal. Um, the next, who did you trade out in that round 12?
Round 12, I did Cowan out for 204, Long out for 233, and got in Ford
He
and
was all
Bridge.
right, Noah Long.
Yeah, he was good. He made me 150K, I think, or
Yeah.
140K.
You hated him at the start. were just hurling abuse at him every time because he's just a little forward.
Yeah,
They
he
rate
did
him.
nothing.
They rate him really highly in West Coast.
Yeah, he gets
Reckon he's,
goals.
but here's the big one. I think must be my last boost. I got DeGoey out for Himmelberg, Zeeble out for Neil, and Mitchell out for Brayshaw. So Himmelberg was for Mitchell, which
And this is good. These are good ends, but like again, we're sideways in people here.
yeah, well, it's just Himmelberg. But mate, I I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do a you. I think I'm gonna pick him next year.
I don't think it's a bad idea. He played incredibly on the weekend.
He's been playing incredibly the last 4 or 3. What's his just quickly?
Was he doing it like a the opposite of when
It,
you're up for
it's,
contract? Like he plays horrible, and then when he gets the green tick, oh yeah, they'll do me on less money now. Then he'll play
yeah,
well.
I mean it's not amazing, is it? He's just got spike scores for the last 2,
Mate, they're not good
but
scores at all.
he's going to be 480 something. I
I'm not
think they
picking him.
applied discount. You're not picking him?
I hope you pick him.
That's even grim, dude. I'm nearly finished my trades because I've gone this hard.
Your trade's nearly done.
I've run out of trades in 3 rounds.
Well,
Oh
go on,
god,
do your last 3 rounds.
Sicily out for Stewart. That's all right.
That's all right.
Briggs, Ford, and oh, look at this. That's gonna be. That
These are
is
some
gonna
of
be
the worst trades I've ever seen.
Yo, Marek, and Cameron in for Briggs, Ford, and Sharp.
This is the worst trades.
Do you reckon that's the worst of the
I think it's the
year?
worst you've ever done of the whole year.
What do you mean? It's only
Three fucking
because
spuds.
Marek, you can't help. Marek's just a. I was versing Dippy this round, so I had to get a rookie on field, but Cameron and Yo, like
Not good.
at least Yo's injured. That's his excuse. Did you
Mhm.
see last week or 2 weeks ago? He eh, in the same game he got suspended and injured.
Oh, yo.
Yeah,
Oh, he probably
last
thought
round.
I'm fucking suspended. I might as well just go hard here.
I was watching him. He scored he was scoring all right, I think, and then he got injured. But he has such high scoring potential. But he's actually made of glass now.
Mm.
I can't believe it. I just see him on the bench and he's got some fucking ice on his hammy, and I'm like, oh my god, not again! Like,
Don't touch
what
him.
is
I
happening?
can't believe I was this close to going, yo. We were singing that week, yo, yo,
Yo,
yo,
yo, yo,
yo, yo,
yo,
yo.
yo. And somehow I got sucked in by him. He scored a 99, looked fine, did his hip for 5 weeks.
And I was telling you to hold on to him. Hold on. Oh, here's the last trades.
Last trades.
Yo.
Yo and Humphrey for Walsh and Thomas. So I picked up Thomas at 343. I'm pretty sure he's made 100K.
That's not
But
bad.
Walsh got injured about 2 weeks after, or a
Yeah.
week after.
No good.
And he was on track for 200.
He was.
So I don't think you want to have trades in the bank. You can't just do what I just
You
did
can't
this
be
year.
finishing your trades at round 16, I think. I think we can't be going to 0 at round 16. That is fucking ludicrous. And
It
you
was
still
good in
won
my
a
head.
league.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's because I had the 20. That funded the 23rd premium,
Yeah.
or it was essentially 24, and I'd just keep swapping or something like that. But they were no good. Or like Himmelberg and Thomas, it was just like luck of the draw, and then you get DC dropping a 50.
DC, I fucking hate. I'm never picking him ever again, ever.
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same. Oh, he might get dropped. We'll talk about it later, but there's a chance he could get dropped for Cox.
I hope he does. Where have you heard that? Oh, we'll talk about it later. Just wait a second.
They're always
Um,
debating. They're debating the one Ruckman setup.
yeah, I was telling. I was on the phone to. We'll talk about it. I was on the phone to father today, just talking about it. He's like, they reckon Cox is going to get dropped this week, and I said, there's no way Cox gets dropped. Like, surely they're getting rid of that fucking Pelican that hasn't done anything since he got injured, Darcy Cameron. Like, he hasn't done anything since he came back. Like,
Oh,
Cox
come
Cox
on.
is a beast.
He's done a few things.
Like what?
Mark the ball, tap the ball. You
Mark the
know.
ball a few times, get it down. All right, let me go through this. To Goey, who did I go? So, oh yeah, I got in Ford and Briggs, and then did De Goey. Fuck, this was shattering. I really, really liked
Yeah, that's
having
what
De
we
Goey.
didn't touch on. He actually didn't. He didn't cut. He might be actually really cheap next year.
I'm going to start Jordan De Goey next year. I think.
Uh, I'm gonna stick to my word. I have trialed Jordan Curry for the last 4 years, and it has never worked out. Any like, mate, he's fucking liable to this stuff. He. I love him. I reckon he's just one of our best players, but somehow it just the pick never works out. I'm happy if it works out for you, I will be astonished.
I'm going to
But
get
that
him in. I reckon he'll go. He'll push if he doesn't get suspended. He'll push Brownlow. Like he'll be
is the
him and
thing.
Dacos going 1-on-1.
When hasn't he got he injured his bum the other day or his glute?
Corkied, he got corkied. It looked
Yeah,
horrible. I'm
he's
going
just
for him.
holding his
I'm
ass,
bringing him. I'm
holding
bringing
his
him in.
ass.
Fuck off! I'm bringing him in. Anyway, I got in this dickhead Cameron, and I got in fucking Brayshaw.
Oh,
Can't believe I got in
I,
Cameron.
I have in mind, like I got Brayshaw a similar time as you. I reckon he was good.
Yeah, Brayshaw's good in. And we was talking at this time about who's going to be the good pick: Brayshaw, Steele, and Mills, because you could pick one of them. They're all around the same price.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, I
Brayshaw.
remember
It was
that.
Brayshaw. Brayshaw was the one to go for.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
we went for him, and we got him. And then I got Sicily for Neil the next week, which is good. I liked that because Neil went fucking ballistic from then on. And then Mitchell for Sarong and Marek. I rated this. Always wanted Sarong. And then Gorn
He
and
did well for
Humphrey.
you as well.
Yeah, he did. Gorn and Humphrey out for Mullen and Keys. This is the start of my demise. This
Oh,
fuckhead here.
dude, you
If he
traded
get
out Gorn for Keys. I would have just held the trade, brother. I would have held it.
no, because this set me up for the next week. Like the next week, I did Sincotta into Liberatore.
You take that, but he destroyed your league, didn't he?
Keys.
Libba. And Keys as well. Keys did nothing. At least Libba scored.
Well, yeah, Liberatore and Keys. I think he went like 20, and then Keys went like 30 that week. It's no good. And then Dunkley out for and Green out for Sicily and Ryan. These are good ins, cunt. These are launching me for
I
a little
mean,
bit.
that's what I mean. For a little bit, I like the Dunkley and Sicily. You've definitely won. But Tom Green went absolutely bonkers when he came back.
I know, but
Just
I
have
had
a
no
look.
cover.
True. Have a look at Tom Green's last about 6 scores when he come back from.
It's 21, 126, 129, 119, 145. Yeah, he went nuts.
I love him. I reckon I'll start him again next year. He might be a bit expensive though.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
don't think I'll
problem.
start him.
He's a freak. He's just so big. He's actually just a big fucking mammoth of a man.
He's a big boy, isn't he?
Just gets the pill.
Where did he come
Because
from? I feel like he just came out of nowhere. Like
he
like
was from.
2 years
He's a
ago.
GWS. He's a GWS. Oh, where'd he come from?
Yeah, like two
Like
years ago, he just like came off.
I think he was drafted 3 years ago, and
Yeah,
then he was building. But last year they were predicting for him to do this, and he didn't really do anything. But he was still getting the ball. And then this year he's got Taranto and Hopper out, so it was his. That they just backed him in essentially. But he's a Canberra kid because have you seen how they play Canberra games, and they've got like um there's like a green tent, a Tom Green's tent, and they all get pissed there, and there's just a heap of people there. You,
really? No, I've never
yeah,
seen it.
that's not. I think it's something better called Tom Green's tent, but it's essentially because he's from Canberra, so like just heaps of people come to the game. But he's just such a big unit, man. Like he wins the footy. Like his efficiency was a bit poor at the start, but he just tackles. He's basically a Patrick Cripps, I reckon. Like
Hmm.
just a 5 years younger version, just fucking massive boys. But yeah, he's good. He won the game Toby Green did on Sunday,
Mate,
but he
Toby
did
Green's such a fucking good player.
unreal. I think he is the best player in the. Probably Bont is, but I would have Toby Green clear second.
Yeah.
Clear. He is unreal.
The things that man can do with a football while it's in the air is unreal. Like for his size, he has such versatility in the air and on the ground, and he's a fucking bull cunt. Like everything is
Unbelievable.
good. Everything. He has no weak point in his game.
But yeah, the thing with the skill, like I remember watching the game on Sunday, there was just nothing there or something, and he's just done something freakish and passed it out. But it was just predicting where that player would go, like just the good players, and he created a goal from it. But he only needs 1 second, and
Mm.
somehow he's so precise and just always on the ball. But I loved him from the start when he was kicking blokes. When he was kicking blokes, that was my favorite part about him. Like, remember when he kicked that person in the head going for a
Yeah,
mark? Oh,
fucking kicked him in
but
the
it was
fucking skull.
he'd get 6 weeks for that nowadays.
He would
But
I actually see a video of it.
he um he always gets in trouble. But nowadays, like there's videos of him bumping umpires.
Yeah,
There's
I wanted to show you something. Where is it? Fucking
but they've got I think the Giants they're a sniff to actually do some damage. I wouldn't be surprised if they sneak into the prelim.
oh, I
'Cause
reckon they're gonna do a lot of damage in
who are
this
they
finals
versing?
campaign.
What's the ladder?
They're gonna play St Kilda and they'll fucking pump them, cunt.
Yeah, how is Saint? That's my real question. Every time I doubt the Saints, like what the fuck?
I
How are
can't
they in
find this
there?
video. Uh,
I mean,
I think they just had a really good start to the season,
mm,
and then they just kind of, I don't know, just trickled their way through because the competition was very very tight this year. So they just got away
yeah,
with a really really good start, I think, and then just came back to level with everyone else and just won like a couple games here and there, and it kind of just scraped through.
yeah. So I'm looking now, like there's just a massive difference between the top four now, not now, but like just the starts of those top four teams.
Yeah,
They just kicked on hard. We kicked on hard, and then we've had our lull, but somehow we're still going strong on top. Carlton, they look alright, but they got outclassed on last week, so I'm happy about that. I hope Sydney roll them, but I think Sydney haven't looked that great.
Sydney looked terrible.
But can we just can I see that face right now? Can we just fucking dream? Can we dream that
Mate,
Sydney?
I'll be watching intently. I will be watching like this all fucking game. Like,
What's your thoughts on the week off? It's a bit annoying. Or do you like the reset of footy and you do your thing?
I don't mind it. I think it's okay because everyone has a week off. Like, a lot of teams
Mm,
don't play very well when they come back from a bye.
yeah,
But everyone's got a bye.
yeah,
Who's going to hit the ground running? And I think it gives a little bit of grace period for people to get back injured players.
yeah, which is good for us, most importantly. But
Mm,
well, we're the serious ones. Melbourne have got Fritchie out, but everyone else is pretty healthy. I
yeah,
mean, yeah, all of them are healthy. Melbourne's got Oliver back. Port have a few injuries, like more than a few, but they're actually season enders.
like
Like
what?
Trent McKenzie. Trent
Yeah,
McKenzie's their fullback. He's out. I think there's one or two more that they're out for a while. But Brisbane have got Gunston out. But
he was never much chalk or
nah,
cheese.
and Rich. But like, yeah, they they
I
are
reckon
scary.
Rich doesn't get a game next year. I reckon. I don't reckon he makes the best 22.
Nah, not at all.
I
You've
reckon he
you
probably
got
retires.
Archie. Archie's good. Could. I think they just keep him there for morale support. But these old blokes that you just probably do an injury playing in the twos as well. Like
Yeah.
that's why they retire. Um, but yeah, Collingwood chat. What do you reckon? I guess
I
our
was having
thoughts of what's going
okay.
to happen. Yeah, overall thoughts of what's going to happen next Thursday.
I I'm not coming to the game anymore. Oh, sorry, completely off subject. I'm not going to the game, shattering, but sometimes you just got to do things. Can't, if I've weighed it up in my head, I was like, do I come to the game or do I wait until the second game, then fly down and go to the second game and then the grand final and stuff? Because we're guaranteed a second game, so I might as well go to that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I reckon that's true because I was talking to Breno on that as well. But the other mate, who's a Brisbane fan, you bank on that second game. This game, it's meaningful,
Mm.
obviously, because it gets us in that second final. But there'll still be games afterwards. You wouldn't want to do it the other way around.
I'd hate to go down this week and then we lose and then not be able to go down to Collingwood versus Carlton.
Is that actually? Is that what's? See, I
Well,
can't.
if Carlton win and we
Yeah.
lose, we verse Carlton at the MCG.
Oh fuck me, that's gonna be gnarly.
That would be one of the biggest games in history.
I hope that doesn't happen.
I hope
Oh
that does
really? I don't
happen.
really. I don't want. That will be. I don't think I could watch the game.
I
That'd
don't
be too
think I
scary.
could stomach I would feel so sick inside the whole game.
That
I'd,
would be massive. Because I remember when I was in Europe about 4 years ago when Richmond got in, but we lost to GWS. But
Mhm.
that whole talk, Collingwood Richmond grand final. This is essentially if we lose next week and we verse Carlton Collingwood, that's a mini grand final, and that's not good for anyone.
No.
Like
A game like this going in the finals, a game like this is not good.
people would be battering each other. Like
Mate,
fucking Murphy. Murphy
it
will
would
go
be
down injured.
hell. The whole game would be played at 200. Like, it would just be like,
That would be like every man's like fantasy.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like sport lovers fantasy rather.
Yeah,
They're just
anyone who
going,
didn't go for either
fuck,
Carlton
I
or
hope
Collingwood
Collingwood
would have just been like, this is going to be the best game in the next
in the
100 years.
it could be. Jesus Christ. I
Collingwood
mean,
is flying on top of the ladder the whole season, and Carlton are, in quotations, the informed team. They meet in the finals at the MCG. That is like, and the history that these clubs have.
yeah. hate each other. Oh God, that's actually so. And then so GWS versus Sydney, and then they've got GWS can do some damage there. Jesus, you've
GWS make it through, I reckon. Like not to the grand final, but they're going to make it through a couple games.
yeah, I think they'll beat Sydney, and then they could beat because but no one's beating Brisbane at their home deck,
I
even if
don't
they
think so.
lose. So it's
I,
yeah,
if we this game actually against Melbourne is very important because we don't want to verse Brisbane at the Gabba in the prelim.
true. Yeah, God,
Like
but
that
this is
is the
what's so
hardest track, like the hardest route possible would be going that way.
yeah,
You'll get
because
two massive games.
if we qualify, because I haven't got the ladder in front of me, so I don't the table how we go in. So if we
Yeah, I'll
win,
show you.
right, who's our opposition?
AFL finals format 2023. Where's the diagram? Oh, here we go. I've got it up here.
Yeah, I'll
Bang.
just load in a minute.
Here we go. Can you see this?
It will load eventually. Yep. Yep. All right.
Yep.
So we're there. Then
So if we lose to Melbourne, we verse the winner of Sydney versus Carlton.
yeah, this is it. Hey, we really need to win this game.
Yeah, and if we don't win this game, then and we win, if we beat Carlton, then we verse Brisbane at the Gabba to get into the grand final, or we could verse either
Giants
Port Adelaide, St Kilda, or the Giants at the
home.
MCG, which
That's a rip.
is great, cunt. That
This
means
is
if we win this
and
game
then
against Melbourne, we
Melbourne and
basically
Brisbane can batter each other as well.
yeah. So if we win this game against Melbourne, we are in prime spot to make it to the grand final. This is such an. I didn't even realize how important this game is. This is one of the biggest games.
Yeah.
Oh, can't. I'm getting nervous already. I've been
So am
fucking
I.
nervous all
I'm
week.
going. I'm going. I've got level 4 tickets, but they're at the bottom, like of the. It's not like upwards of level 4.
Let me do a PSA to fucking Collingwood real quick. And I was going to chat about this when we're on the stream. Public service announcement to Collingwood and all the Collingwood Legends members, because I know there's a few of you that this happened to. And let me bring it in even closer. Okay. If Collingwood Football Club, if there is members for your club that have season tickets, so they sit at these seats every single game for home and away, right? And now they have priority access to then buy a ticket for the finals. How, when they go to buy the tickets, can there possibly be sold out when you go to buy the ticket before the allocated time? If the time is 10 o'clock to buy the tickets and you're on at 9:30 to 9:45, how is it that you can't get through? And when you do eventually get through, they're sold out. This shouldn't be able to happen. How can it possibly happen? How could this possibly make sense that if someone who has a ticket every single game and only those people can get these tickets at this time, how can it be sold out? That doesn't make any sense.
I've heard a lot of complaints about this, and
this is go. Sorry,
and I'm pretty sure you could only buy single tickets, not like any like over a multiple of 2.
Yeah. So if you remember, you can buy one ticket for yourself.
Mm.
My mum, who got tickets with my mum, my dad, and my mum and my dad. Well, all three of us got tickets. We sit together every game. I mean, I live in Queensland, so I don't sit with them anymore, but I still have my ticket. They went to go buy their tickets, right? They were on before the time. They were waiting in line with everyone else, and they've gone to the footy every single game for like the last 5 years. How could you possibly? And then they went to buy a ticket, exhausted. I just got let through then. How could it possibly be exhausted? How can I not buy a ticket right now and go onto the Collingwood
Top
football page?
property.
Multiple Legends members. I've been a member for 30 years. I couldn't buy a ticket. Couldn't buy a ticket. Who is getting let in that isn't us?
How
We're
many
basically
legend how many
well,
legend holders are there, you reckon?
it's Legends members and Game 5, I think, and then we've got the top level of Legends members. So there's only one person above us. There's only one other people, and we're the only people getting let to buy tickets right now. How can we not get a ticket? Like what is going on here?
I don't know.
It's a flawed system, and this happened the last time we tried to get tickets for the finals, and the time before that, and the time before that. The system is so fucking flawed, and how can this
Can you not
constantly keep
ring up
happening?
Ticket Tech?
Yeah, you can, but what are they going to do? There's no tickets left.
Yeah.
They're going to take a ticket off someone.
Yeah. Imagine if they did that. They're just like, "Oh, sorry, mate.
It's
Just sorry."
fucking stupid cunt. Sorry, mate. One of the Legends members didn't get a ticket. But anyway, that's all I wanted to fucking rant about. Like this, the Collingwood Football Club is the worst run thing. And then I saw all the comments on these things on the page of people going, "Well, we have 100,000 members and stuff. Like it's going to be like this. You're going to have to just put up with it and stuff like that." I'm like, mate, there's only a certain amount of Legends members, right? That's sold out. It's been sold out for like the last 2 years.
Yeah,
Okay, you can't. Where we've been let in before you. Okay,
yeah.
we've been let in like 2 hours before you were allowed to buy tickets. Okay. This shouldn't be an issue for us. We have guaranteed tickets for everything. Why am I guaranteed tickets? Not guaranteed.
Yeah. And it's a steep amount that you're paying for that
Thousands,
prestige.
mate. Every year.
Is
I
it?
don't even go to the game and I pay like $1,000 a year.
Yeah. I'd say I've got my MCC and I had to pay that. That was about 500. That's 500 a year, but it goes up an additional 500 once it goes. Once I get the full, there's two classifications um for the tickets. So
Mm.
once you get the full ticket, I guess, it's an additional fucking like $500 or something like that. Which I
But
always
if
think
you get
it's
the full
actually a
ticket,
lot of money to. It's a lot of money to pay, but you wouldn't want to. You don't want to lose the legend. You don't want to lose the supreme membership. You know what I mean? So it's just you're you're in this situation where you're just like, I'm not gonna. I literally can't do anything.
I would
You
just
just
keep
got to
paying for it
watch it
because if
happen.
you wanted a membership that gave you the same perks, it would cost you around $1,000 anyway. So you're paying around the
Exactly.
same price.
Yeah, but you just gotta even if you with you're complaining, there's just nothing. You just gotta go fuck. Like I'm just gonna do this shit all over again next year.
I know because like if we say we don't want to be Legends members anymore, well they're sold out.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
as soon as we leave,
I
someone
never
else
knew
will get
that.
our
I,
spot.
I thought I thought it was just well, it makes sense. There's 100,000 members,
Yeah.
so
There's only a certain amount of reserve seats. And
exactly.
reserve
Yeah.
seats that we've got, like they'd be hot property. So I
How many years have you been in? Well, your family.
think I've been a member 7 years.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Seven
good.
years or 6 years. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've been in those seats, haven't I? They're on the
Yeah.
wing, aren't they? Yeah.
No, they're in the on
They're on.
the 50-meter arc, second
Yeah.
level. Yeah.
Second level. Nah, so I haven't been there then.
Oh, you haven't been there?
Not on the second level.
Oh, all our
Anyway,
seats are second. Don't worry. I'm not going to fucking talk about how good our seats are on the fucking pod.
yeah,
Anyway,
it's good to remember how good the times were. Seeing that you're in Queensland now and you can't fucking, you got to watch the Lions.
oh, this is what I was going to tell you. If say this is not for the pod, but I'm going to put it on the pod. if you're not gonna if we don't win, and then we beat Carlton, prelim will be at the Gabba.
Oh,
All the lads should come up to Queensland.
oh. What
Oh,
date is that? I think I might be shafted because I got footy finals during this 3 weeks. Oh,
it'll be
that's annoying. That
the
would be good.
22nd to the 22nd to 24th kind of weekend.
Might be actually. I'll let you know. Hopefully
Yeah,
it doesn't come to that.
hopefully it doesn't
Hopefully.
come to that. Anyway, I wanted to chat a little bit about fucking. Have you seen the new GM of rules for AFL?
I'm not gonna abuse this woman if that's what you're wanting me to.
I'm not going to abuse her, but we'll take a
Laura Kane.
good cop bad cop stance on this. I'll
I've
be the
I've
bad
just
cop.
seen her. It's just, so fill me in here because I've heard that she's got a shitload of rules to deal with and challenges.
All I want to say about it is that the only person that I would trust rules to would be either a well recognized and respected current football player or ex football player, is someone who I would want controlling what rules need to be implemented and what rules should be implemented. Someone who is playing the game or has previously recently played the game, not someone who has
What
played it
about an
80
umpire?
years ago. Not an umpire. An umpire can get fucked. Or just like a committee of people, not just one
It
singular
would be a
person.
committee. It
I
would
know,
be a committee overall.
but fair enough. She's a female. I would be happy for this female to be the GM of rules and everything, and the whatever the title is. In 10 years, when AFLW has cycled through some players, and now you have ex players of AFLW, and you have a lot more players who have experienced the game and like played it deeply through their veins for ages, then I would love to see if a female be in charge of the rules of the game. Like they're already fucked as it is, and I hope this just isn't the start of the end. What are your thoughts?
I'm just trying to look because maybe she's been a full forward in the past in a local footy and she actually knows everything. She's just
Local
never
footy
had the
doesn't cut it.
opportunity.
Local footy doesn't cut it.
I
I
mean,
want like a Patrick Dangerfield or
the rules are
like a
always
Scott
tough.
Pendlebury or someone who knows the game deeply.
My mate was saying, because we follow, I've got this behind me, Tottenham, so we follow soccer. And he
Mm.
just goes, isn't AFL so shit because you you guys you add 5 rules in every single, year and change it and like nitpick it when football, for example, hasn't changed and it's just maybe got its off the VAR, which, determines who's offside or not. That little camera angle, which can be um, adversarial sometimes. But the rules, and it's because the sport is so like the sport's so much fresher than soccer. So I guess you got 150 more years or whatever more years to improve it. But I just feel like we tinker with the rules so fucking much, and then this chick's gonna get abused because there's gonna be a rule included that some nut jobs wanting to justify, like this concussion subs. Like, is this the new rule that's going to be in, or a concussion player or something? Like, how they get knocked out, they got to go for their test. Another player will come on, which I get it, but I guarantee you that will end up the other person has to be sin binned and all this kind of stuff, which
How
has
could you
never been.
possibly have a concussion sub? You can't put a player
There's
through
been a
that and be
big
like
call. There's
you're
been a
only
big,
on for concussion.
yeah. Well, there's been a big push for it. There's been a massive push for it, so they're not down a player. Which it's just all. I think the game is all right where it is. I think maybe this stupid, like we were talking during the Essendon Collingwood game, like the resolutions that they provide us with this stupid arc. I can't even. Like, I know you need glasses. Like, I can't even fucking see what's going on. They're
Mate.
so pixelated. I don't
It-
even get it. And these umpires, is within the arc, right? Is their picture the same as that what we're getting?
It's the
You know what
exact
I mean?
same. We see the same footage.
How can they tell? I'm
I
going,
know. How could they not invest in just some fucking insane quality cameras, right? To sit, like, say the goalposts are here
yeah,
and then the point posts are here. Why can't there be some cameras on the boundary line right there, just looking in like this on the ground level, right? You've got ground level view. Then you've got the same from the top that way. And then you've got one coming that way. And then that's it. That's all you fucking need. And then you
yeah,
can have the other one ultra slow mo. The same, you see the same shit on the NBA. On the NBA, they can slow it down clearly so fucking much, man. It's just like how are we not at a point where we're going to go, let's put a lot of our budget into this because this is stopping teams from going into the finals?
yeah. It really is, and that I feel bad for Adelaide, but Adelaide has shit the bed for a couple of weeks where they just missed, like they lost games that they should have won essentially. So for them to have a cry about it is a bit rich because
Yeah.
they definitely got robbed though.
Mm.
Um, but there's just multiple things, like even how Jeremy Cameron was allowed that goal and how there wasn't a review for that to occur. Like who's
Mm.
making, so I hope she clears that one up and says maybe we should just review every goal because that's what happens in the Premier League. Like every goal gets checked afterwards and just a regular check to say, okay, was everything there? And
Mm.
if something alarming's on there, they just go, fuck, come have a look, or we should change it, which does create a lot of you know angriness, but like via the fans. But there is just a few. I don't mind the stand rule that they bring in. I think that's a good rule. But
Inkstand is good.
what they need to do is either teach someone how to fucking bounce the ball or get rid of the bounce altogether. That should be a rule itself.
I know. Why
I'm
do they even bounce it right
I'm
now?
sick of these umpires. These poor ruckmen jumping up, losing every bit of they lose 2% of energy. It's like a battery. That's 2% gone for them going up.
Fucking
Especially like
Darcy Cameron.
someone like Darcy Cameron or Sean Darcy. Sean Darcy, more importantly, that's about 10% every time. He's
Oh, big
jumping
boy.
up. But
He's a big unit, Sean Darcy.
like what would you improve? There's a lot of questions in our game at the moment.
I would
But
improve the arc. I would
yeah.
I'd probably stop. I'd probably bring back holding the ball because it seems like holding the ball is not a
Yeah,
thing
that's
anymore.
it. And one more. Every
Oh,
player.
throwing the ball.
Oh my god, we're
The
playing
amount of
rugby out there.
throws this year has been ridiculous. It's like they would just like rather throw it now. It's just
But
if it,
they're not even they're just like that.
yeah,
Sorry, it's like they're doing a shotgun essentially.
it's because the games go so quick. They can't even pick up on it. Like we're going so quick now. Like it's beyond me.
Yeah. So
Six
there
six
is a
six. What the fuck's to go with this 666 at the
nah,
moment?
but that's the other thing. It's afterwards. Are you talking about 666? There's
Yeah,
never a penalty from it apart from that North game, I'm pretty sure, where they got shat on. Like
yeah.
they got a double something happened and they
Double
got a
50 meters.
some free kick or something like that. Only North. I heard commentators. They're like, one day they're gonna pay a free kick from that. We don't know yet. And it's so true. It is
Mate,
so true.
just think from an outside perspective, coming to watch the game, and then they just seeing this 666 happen every time. They go, "Fuck, just happened then." Oh, you're gonna
Yeah,
have that. It's like, does anything happen if you don't do it? Nah. They just warn you.
they're just like, fucking get back over there, mate. You're in the wrong area. But the coach told me to do it. After the balls bounce, you can do the 7 on whatever they want. Like, what was even
Uh,
the point of that rule? I guess to stop flooding, but like,
Yeah,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
just stop. Oh, well, it's
They're
probably
gonna
one of the
once
reasons that Colin would have come back on all their close games. 666
true,
rules.
exactly. So we can't bag it, but what we can bag are these umpires doing warnings and never acting on the warning.
I know.
They're just
Actually,
like,
they acted once. Remember when Collingwood got
oh yeah, Collingwood
against
got done
Brisbane?
twice. It was twice.
Yeah,
I
against
was
Brisbane.
throwing I was throwing my phone or something because I'm like, get it together, boys. This rule is so fucking hard to get done by. And you've done twice. You've done it
Twice in
twice.
a row.
You're ruining me, Collingwood. You're ruining me. Yeah, I remember that. What? How fancy us, fancy me just bagging North Melbourne.
It
And
was us.
com- completely forgot it was our own team that did it.
We probably done it the most.
It's probably Billy. It's probably Billy Frampton just lost.
Do you know they call him Chook? He's a
Yeah, I
fucking
have heard
headless
that.
Chook. He's a fuckhead. Sorry, Billy Frampton. If you ever listen to this, probably won't. But come on, man.
He's a good squad player. I reckon. Who goes? So this is. We'll just have a quick Collingwood chat. But we got Moore. I can't do it because I'm looking at myself. Moore, McCreary, and who else is out? Fucking. Who is out? Who's the third player? There's three out at the moment.
JDG is coming back in. Oh, he just came back. He just came back. We've got more.
Who's the third player?
McCreary.
There's one more.
Nick Dacos.
Is it Dacos? But he's the yeah. Maybe we've got three out. I thought there was four, including Dacos. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there's one more. There's one more.
Um.
Who is it? Murphy.
Yeah, yeah. There we go. Little P Heart. I love
Just
him, but
saying.
he's a P Heart.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my nickname. I've met him last year at the Copeland. He's a ripping bloke. Like he great bloke.
He'd cry on your
But
shoulder. You would. You would. He's a good bloke. He'd cry on your shoulder. Someone would call him a name, and he'd be like, "Ah, my fucking knee."
I'll never forget. I'll never forget Pedals when he was mic'd up. He's like, mate, you're like Nick Maxwell. He's like, what do you mean? He goes, you fucking say you've done your knee, yeah, Achilles or anything like that, and you come back the next week like everything's fine and nothing happened. Something's obviously happened, mate. You were dropping dead out the game.
How is it when he just lays on the ground for like fucking 30 seconds? All play stops. He gets carried off by two people, like looking like this.
Oh.
Oh, and then goes into the rooms. 2 seconds later, he comes back on with his headband. Just
I don't mind it. If we win the flag or he stands up in finals, I'll completely back him in. But I reckon he's going to be the most hated Collingwood player. Not hated by us, but hated by others. Like Ginnivan, for example. People just haven't clued on to yet. But I've been looking at Twitter. There's a lot of people pasting him, just saying stuff like that. And I always just chirp in and just telling them, get fucked. This is our Murph. Like
don't bag out Murph, cunt.
Murph is my boy. But deep down, it's like Ginny. People hate Ginnivan. Like, did you just quickly? Did you see the video of when Ginnivan got tackled and
High
tackled by
tackle.
Redmond, and then
Yeah.
the
And then
see him
Fly going nuts.
yeah, he's like, yeah. But did
Yeah.
you see the actual tackle?
Yeah.
Mason Redmond nearly ripped his head off. That was
Wait,
like
Ginnivan lent into it, Loki.
he leant into it, but he's got his neck, he's flicked his
And then
headband off.
grabbed his neck and went like this.
Boom, boom, boom. And then afterwards, I saw him like sort of helping him out, but Gentleman's like probably going, Jesus Christ, man. Like,
Chill the fuck out.
I'm just going in for a dive. You're trying to kill me on a footy field. You could go to jail for that if you did that in real life, mate. Like fucking hell.
He can. Fucking Ginnivan just he does
He
it all the
played
time.
great.
He
He
did
is-
play good.
Well, I think he's been watching our pod.
What do we
'Cause
say
we
about
were-
him on the pod?
Oh, look, I just said he was out of form. I didn't say he was too big for his boots or anything like that. I just thought that maybe we were better without him, but I think he is an integral part. I think he's more integral than Bo now.
He's big time player. He plays
Oh, he
plays good
just
on the
looks
big
for
stage.
everyone. He's like Ryan Myers on steroids. He's like what
Mm.
Ryan Myers wish he played like Jack Ginnivan, because
Has posters of Ginnivan in his room.
Jack Ginnivan is just like, all right, I see my problem. I can kick the goals, but I'm not including anyone. Then this game just given it was
He was
it was
playing
such
so
a
high up the
delight to
ground as
watch.
well. I think he
Yeah,
must have been playing like a high half forward.
he was played fucking awesome. Like he was BIG. I'm pretty sure he
Mm.
got everyone said he was BIG on that night. There was no question. So
Hope he doesn't
yeah,
go to his head and he keeps it up.
he'll be right. I think it's just going to be hard. I think Lipinski probably goes out.
I think
So
Lipinski's just
that was
played
my
out of
original.
position.
Yeah, I know, but I think if he's playing half forward, I guess McCreary comes in.
I would love to see Cameron go out and McCreary come in. He hasn't performed for like the last. I don't know. He hasn't had a good game in a long time. Like, just
Yeah.
send him back to the Rezzies. Get him to fucking
Oh, it's a big
fight for
risk
a
you're
spot again.
taking.
Everyone's fighting for a spot.
That is true. And I like it. And I guess the other thing to factor in with your sort of solution is that McStay can play ruck. Like he's
Hmm.
proven to play it. And I haven't minded McStay at all. I think he's been all right. He's not going to be your best forward. And
Hmm.
people are talking about the money. Like it's a slight overpay, but like people are going to be on that sort of base rate in 3 years or 4 years or whatever the new salary sort of agreements are. So like I've liked him, and he scores 2 goals a game, even though they're from fucking 5 meters out.
He takes
Every
a good
time that,
contested mark, and that's where he
yeah,
plays though. Like he plays deep forward, so he's going to play.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
going to take those 2 meter out marks.
And Brisbane would be missing him. I know for a fact our Brizzy mate, um, he liked him, even though he told us he was shit.
Hmm.
He did actually fess up to me quietly in a quiet room to say that I'm devastated. McStay's leaving, so
just
everyone loves.
just quietly, Crooks. I am devastated that. Don't tell anyone. I'm just devastated that McStay's not going to be.
Yeah, I told everyone after the party. All my Collingwood mates. I was like, look at this bloody clown. But yeah, I think Moore back will be good, even though I don't think Moore's been fantastic. That's the other thing. How is so much better in defence. He helps us so much more in defence.
Yeah,
Even though he's
unnecessary
such a
in
good
forward.
forward.
Yeah,
Yeah, they said that he was doing opposition because I was watching Checkers on the footy show and he's like, yeah, Cow's been like, I think he was tagging Andrews and then Sicily maybe. That's why he was forward. But
mm,
Jesus Christ.
I don't fucking believe it.
Yeah, probably
It's
Checkers is
probably a
just
pretty good
talking.
idea though. Like would be a great person to tag that intercept marker because he's such a great intercept marker himself and can take a good mark and kick goals.
Yeah. I mean, I'm keen to see how we go. The Melbourne aren't perfect. Collingwood are neither perfect either, but
So
I
a
I think it's going to be hell for leather.
I saw a post the other day, which doesn't really matter when it comes down to when it comes in finals. I feel like everyone just like all teams just become equal in finals a little bit.
Yep.
But I saw a post that the last time we played Melbourne, we didn't have DeGoey, Elliott, Howe, Sidebottom, McStay, or Ginnivan in our team. And Melbourne, we're just missing Oliver.
Yeah, they were missing Oliver. Yeah, we always had injuries in the middle of the season, and that's why Fly was saying essentially that we're never going to have our best 22. I think I'm just hoping. Well, that Dacos will not come back. They've already said it, and even he's come out and saying he's not playing. So we really need to win this game and then let Dacos in. But he might be a little bit underdone too, which is a sort of risk because
Hmm.
you got 2 more weeks. It's Nick Dacos. What are we talking about?
We need to win this game. Like this is a must-win game, I reckon.
Best player out, but we just need to stop Petrarca. That Petrarca always destroys us every single time we play him.
And it's not like we're going to try to stop him. There won't
Nah.
even be a thought about trying to stop him.
Yeah, no one can. Maybe just put Big Q on him.
You see, he made all Australian squad.
Yeah, can we? We'll just. I wanted to just bring that up actually. That has
Do you
got
want
to
to
be
look
the
at it?
shit. I'll bring it up. Um, that's got to be the dirtiest All Australian team squad I have ever seen in my life, and there was so much coverage about it. There was so much fucking coverage about it. It was actually disgusting.
Have you got it up?
Yeah, I'm just loading it.
I'd love to. I'd love to have a look. I briefly looked at it. Oh, here we go.
Oh, why is it like this? Oh, is this? It just names them. Sort of. How do I move the people? Have you got control over the where our
Oh,
faces
where
are
we
there?
go? Yeah, yeah. Do you want me to move us around? Where do you want? Where do you want
Yeah, I
us?
think it's um just where the side. I think on the far
Okay,
right,
here we go, mate.
like Oscar Allen, Anderson. What do they do the teams here?
There we go. Show us it. No, I
So
want to
they
see
got
the teams, mate. What's this? This is the
it's a
40-man
squad
list.
though. It is a 40-man list, 44 players. But I mean, Oscar Allen, Noah Anderson, Harris Andrews, Bruce. He's been good,
Bruce
but
has been good. I back that. To make the
Nick Blake,
44.
Nick Blakey.
Yeah, Blakey.
Give me a freaking spell, bruv. I mean, he's going to be good, and I've said that I'm going to pick him next year, but he has not been at all Australian level.
Yeah, I think you're right. He hasn't been outstanding, but I don't watch a lot of Sydney games, so I can't really comment on it.
All he does is run, and his head's out. He's just little, little gangly man running,
Fucking
and he does.
lizard-looking cunt.
But Patrick Cripps,
Oh, this man does not deserve to be all Australian this year. Patrick Cripps, mate.
Kerno,
Cogs, yeah.
agree.
Kerno, yep.
Dacos
Josh
Bros,
Dacos,
agree.
yep.
Agree.
Joe
Geordie the
Danaher,
Goalie.
I don't agree that Joe Danaher deserves to be all Australian.
Nah, but
Okay.
he has kicked 51. I mean, who was it?
They've just been gimmies though.
I'll have to double check, but Larky, I'll check if Larky made it or not. So Larky could definitely slot in here.
Lucky
I,
would be on the 22, I think.
I don't
Go
think
go
so.
back up. I just saw Kyle Langford.
No, he's not on there. So Larky's not on there.
Lucky missed out. No,
Yeah.
he didn't miss out. There's no way he missed out. He came third in the Coleman. There's no way he missed out.
No, these guys have seriously fucking pissed me off. Even the Goey, he's not all Australian this year. He's
I
had his
think
mishaps.
Geordie's not all Australian. I'll agree.
No, not even in the squad.
No. Joe
English,
Danaher, Dawson,
agree
Tom
with all of
Green.
these. All of these.
Yep. Toby Green, Errol. Yep. Dan Houston. Yep. Luke
Kyle Langford.
Jackson. Yep. Kyle Langford. Okay. Let's just pause here. Just let this simmer.
Oh, Nick Lucky is there. I apologise.
I was going to say, what the fuck
There's
is
a few.
Kyle Langford doing in the All Australian?
He has been really good, to be fair, but not. I'm sure there's people missed out like
If
that.
Taranto hasn't made the All Australian, then I don't think Langford deserves to make the All Australian.
Yeah,
Would you agree?
I agree.
Or do you think Taranto probably
Well, they're
dropped
two
off
different
too early?
players.
I know, but
He,
Taranto just had a great start to the season, had a pretty shitty end to the season.
yeah, like Langford. Langford. I reckon whenever I was watching him, he's strong and he can score and all that kind of stuff. But to be honest, I don't think he's all Australian. No, but I mean, it's the crop of 44 players. And Kane Corns was saying something when I was in the car that having your team nominate players so that Collingwood could say, "Oh, we think we got 10 all Australian people there. Have a look at
Hmm.
them." That guides their opinion.
Okay.
So,
The
like,
only thing I would
it's a
say
flawed
about
system.
Kyle Langford would be that he's probably one of their best this year.
That's what I mean. But all good until you look at this. What is he doing there?
The AFL just suck Dustin Martin's dick, man. They love Dustin Martin.
He had a great 5.
End to the season.
Yeah, an
And
excellent an excellent end to the season.
what's the minimum amount of games you have to play? 15, is it?
I don't know
To make all
because
Australian? 15
old
good
mate
games.
old mate Sam Taylor didn't make it, and he's the best defender in the comp. It's just bewildering. Like you've got Dusty in there, but you haven't got Tim Taranto. You got Cripps. You haven't got Chera.
Oh,
Um,
Chera, stiff. Did Chera miss out?
Chera missed out.
Oh,
He was off his head. Do you remember when he versed us? He had 100 and something, 120 at half
at
time.
half time. Yeah,
He
mate.
killed it, man.
He's went ballistic this year. He was just under the radar the whole year.
We'll go down. It's
Chera came from Fremantle, correct?
Freo, yeah.
Lucky
Like John
Neal.
Newcomb.
Yeah, he's had a good end to the season. I wouldn't say he's
Yeah.
all Australian 44 though, but if you're coming out of like what we were talking about before in Hawthorn, who have you got? Probably
Will
him,
Day.
Sicily. Will Day's not all Australian.
Yeah, yeah. I'd like to think so. No, no. But like Quaynor, I agree with. Redmond,
He had a good start.
but not even.
But this is what I want to know.
And I'm pretty sure Nick Martin missed out as well. But Nick
Oh,
Martin did drop off severely.
mm,
But like Redmond, Sarong, agree with Luke Ryan. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Brayshaw missed out.
that's rough as guts. Brayshaw, arguably, he had a bad start, good end.
Yeah.
Sinclair, Tom Stewart, Viney, Taylor Walker, Jacob Wiedering. Now, I don't watch too many games of Carlton. Is Jacob Wiedering
He was
all
good. I'll give
Australian?
him that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's very solid.
And
Whenever we
Wilkie.
play,
Wilkie.
he's good though.
He
I'll
is
give
good.
Wil I'll give Wilkie some credit. He never misses. He never loses a one-on-one, or he just finds himself just going,
He's a good intercept marker. He's
yeah.
a great player. He had a great
Uh,
start to the season and a great
so
end.
there is never, never, never,
Did Merritt get
never.
it?
Yeah, Merritt got it.
Oh, I was gonna say, what the fuck?
So are there any names that raise alarm bells for you in regard? So the teams were picked by Gill, Eddie Betts, Jude Bolton, Nathan Buckley, Kane
That's where
Corn,
it's gone wrong.
Andrew Dillon, Glenn
Eddie
Jakovich,
Betts.
Laura Kane is in there. Cameron Ling and Pav.
This is where it's gone wrong. Eddie Betts got the pick.
I
Eddie
love
Betts.
Eddie. What do you hate Eddie for?
Eddie Betts has the worst football insight in the world. He's never gone on the panel and said some great insight that's actually been fucking constructive and true. It's always just a fucking load of shit. Like, oh, yep, Motlop's he's just a really good goal sneak. Like he's just a good goal. What? Yeah, Charlie Cameron. Fuck yeah, he's just a good. You're never gonna beat him on the ground. He's a good kick goal. Shut the fuck up, Eddie Betts. You're as bad as Cameron Ling. Cameron Ling. Yep, they just kicked it forward, Richo. Yep, thanks, Lingy. Oh, yep. Collingwood are winning by 100 points, and he'll be going, "Yeah, Collingwood are just doing well this game, boys. They're just winning it through the middle, winning it out of the middle. It's just really good football." Yep, thanks, Slingy. Fucking dickhead. No shit. They're winning by 100 points.
Are you done? You
Oh,
got your
fucking.
rant out of the way?
I've had my rant. I've been on a blower tonight. I've been fucking fuming.
Ah, I mean, I'm just looking at it. I saw Sheasel just right there. He was a young. Do you reckon if Ashcroft was he was still playing, he would have won it? I dead set think Sheasel could have taken away from him. I actually viced Sheasel my last game of the year and he got 115, but he was so close to getting 130 or 40. He just had three clangers. He's actually
I
unbelievable.
think Sheasel gets more of the footy and like has a little bit more just a little bit more of a ball magnet, and probably Ashcroft's a little bit more influential.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, because he it's literally a play on half the time. He does play similar to Nick Dacos, I reckon, Sheasel.
Yeah, I
Like
think so as well.
very similar. And then King's Charlie, second. He was always gonna get it, but he only got three that game. He needed two to win. He only won by one.
You only got three.
He only got three.
Fucking Nathan would be shattered.
I think a lot of people would have put that bet on. And just quickly before we go as well, but who's your tip for the Brownlow?
So it's between Bont, Track, and Dacos, I think. Maybe Butters. Maybe I don't think Butters actually has a sniff, but
I think he's
I
got a
think
massive.
Rosie takes too many points from Butters.
True. I just don't. I think he's. I wish I got on it earlier because I think he was about $14 before Dacos got injured. Now he's. I think he's third favorite of like $6 or $7, which is still a right odds. But I think he has a red hot chance.
Mm,
And I would love Zach Butters to win a Brownlow. How fucking good would that be?
mm.
Just a, just a bloody. Do you remember that game that we watched, but we didn't have him? And he was everywhere. 38
Against
touches.
Essendon, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that was one of the best games I've ever watched someone play this year.
yeah,
He just could not put a foot wrong.
yeah. It was
And
like stupid efficiency, like just
ridiculous off its head.
underscored probably.
Yeah, he scored 170 something, I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
Yeah. But
In
I
the
think he's
wet
a
as well.
chance. Mm. Bont's a chance, but I don't reckon Bullies have won enough games for him to win it.
I
So
think that
Da-
Dacos. Sorry, go.
Dacos could be a chance still.
I think it'll come down to the wire. I think he's ahead by a bit going into when he got injured, and
Imagine that.
then Bont didn't really do too much after he got injured. Play a couple of good games.
Yeah.
Butters went ballistic at the end,
Yeah.
but so did
And in the
Rosie.
middle. Yeah. Rosie hasn't, well, the the umpires don't have any idea what they're sort of talking about anyway, but Rosie's dropped off like for stat wise and his efficiency and all that kind of stuff.
Mm,
He's kicking at like 60 or 70% at the moment for the last 5 weeks. But the umpires wouldn't notice that because it's more about accumulation. But I think Butters just gets the ball, weaves, just does some magical thing, and then just fucking just hits someone, and it's just like a little stab pass. But then he just gets the ball rolling.
yeah,
Just a massive fan of Butters. I wish I had him last year in Supercoach, and he just royally effed me so badly. But he effed everyone because everyone knew that he had this in him, and he was about 490k. See, I could have got instead of Cogs, I should have just got Butters.
if you got Butters at that time, the season probably would have ended a little bit different.
But yeah, um,
I think,
overall.
but give one person who's you reckon Butters will win?
I generally think Butters will win.
I
I think
think
Butters, but I think Dacos can win as well. So
I think Dacos holds on.
you reckon that's great though. If he can manage that, and when did he get injured? Round 20. Round 20, I think it
Nah,
was.
it's like 4 games. I think. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So 20. Yeah. So if he wins, Bont, you're so shit.
yeah. Bont was right
You
on.
sack Bont.
And if I don't think Bont wins, because actually because who's taken points off Bont Libba or English? Like they're the only people taking points off Bont, like votes off
Yeah.
Bont.
And Bont, to be fair, has had an excellent season.
Mm.
An excellent season. So, but you can't, if you're not winning the games, you can't get 3 points, 3 votes.
It's hard. You have to be very dominant.
And he has done that though.
Mm.
Like
It's gonna
even
be it's
against
gonna
the
be
West
great to
Coast
watch.
game. The West Coast game, they reckon he's not going to get. I just heard it briefly off one of these Brownlow predictor guys on SEN, but he said, "Oh, Bont won't probably get 3 votes against West Coast because Jamie Cripps got 5 goals or something silly like that."
Mm.
But Bont were played off his head.
Mm.
He was doing everything possible and just Bulldogs were that shit.
When is the Brownlow?
It's a week before the granny, I'm pretty sure.
Should we? Oh, if I might even be down in Vic at that time. I was gonna say we should watch it. But
All easy.
if I'm not down in Vic at the time, we should do
We'll
a
live it.
video live stream thing. Have some drinks.
Watching good old Zachy Butters. I'll check what he is after this. If he's 5, I'm not going there. But if he's 8s or 9s, I think he's a chance. Other than that, I don't think there's any other smokies in the Brownlow.
I
There's
think
always one. There's always one that sort of just like surprises everyone.
Dunkley to
Yeah,
get in the top. What do we say? Dunkley top 10 or top 5?
5. Top 10, I think he's done that before.
Dunkley top 5 would be a good
Yeah,
bet.
but even he dropped off at the end.
Yeah.
So those are those players. I mean, Toby Green, but he
That's
can't.
sneaky.
He can't. That can't
Is
be
he's been
possible.
suspended?
I can't remember. Probably it's Toby Green.
I think he got injured a bit. Let me look into this. Sorry, real quick. Let's go. Players.
Where is it?
Toby Green. Toby Green.
Tom Green will steal some points off him.
Yeah, he's probably going
He's
to get
played every game this year. He's played
Yeah.
every game this year.
He's going to get a lot of points taken off him, you'd think.
Yeah. So that's it. There's no one really else. Taranto will pull well early.
He
Maybe
still
Errol.
fucking does well. Like, some great stats.
Libba would steal some points off Bont too.
Yeah.
So
And nobody's stealing points off Petrarca, though.
yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right, we'll wrap it up there.
Just go Collingwood. And I won my cash league, baby. I won my cash league.
I wanted to say one more thing just before we sign off. Also, have you watched the Black Ben McKay and Stuart Mackay's podcast?
I've listened to it about 5 minutes and I've given up.
That is the most boringest piece of shit I've ever watched in my life.